Hello! Welcome back to Man Plays Video Games. The series. I did battalions quickly. There wasn't really much change, to be honest. There weren't very many useful battalion swaps, but there were a couple, so it's a thing. But anyway, let us continue. We're going to do a seminar, and it's going to be me. Question mark? Is it going to be me? Yes? Yeah. It is going to be me. That was a hard decision to make for some reason. Man, well. Look at all this swordsmanship we're learning.
I'll do my best with that. All that work was worth it.
Some new ins.
Which we're not going to use at all, but man, look at them go. They're learning. Makes me feel proud as a teacher. But anyway, it's the end of the month. I actually forgot what we were doing this month. Like what our actual objective is. Ah, right, Deirdre, the water place, right? The aquatic capital? Yeah, there it is. It is level 37. Next month should be 39 or thereabouts. They may just make it 40, I don't know. Sorry, I was checking something real quick. Forgot it stops on the save screen every time.
Having allowed the Imperial Army to invade, the Alliance Army makes their last stand at the center of House Regan territory in Deirdre. The Kingdom Army rushes to their aid after amassing more troops.
I know it's the colors of the territory.
Why, thank you so much.
The Alliance is yellow, but I find that interesting. Mostly because they showed up as the third Yellow Army. And the Gondor field fight.
The citizens of Deirdre have
I don't know
all
why
been
I think that's
evacuated
interesting,
and are now at
but it
sea.
is.
Are you sure about this? If Deirdre were to fall, those ships don't have enough resources for...
Deirdre won't fall. Have some faith in me, will you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Our line of defense has been broken. The Imperial Army will be here any moment.
Understood. You two join up with the troops in the city.
Yes, sir.
Judith, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's been years since I last battled in the city streets.
Don't go messing up because your vision has weakened with age. Take the defensive for now.
Yeah, I get it. You hang in there too, boy. Your wounds from Gondor Field haven't fully healed yet, have they?
No, but it's not like I can sit this one out. I have to make my daring escape after all. Yeah, for the last time, stop calling me boy. That's an official order from the leader of the Alliance.
Understood, Leader Man. I wonder if our little ray of hope will show up.
Leader
We
Man.
fought on opposite sides at Gondor, didn't we?
They'll come. You can count on it. If anyone can bring him back, it's Teach. Teach will talk and he'll listen. But more than anything, I've seen their skill and their abilities. I believe in them.
Claude, reinforcements are coming from the west. Their banner is that of the kingdom.
What did I tell you? They're here, and just in time.
It appears the Imperial Army has already marched into Deirdre and engaged the Alliance. It seems the Imperial advance has been stalled by guerrilla skirmishes. The Alliance forces are holding out, but they won't last much longer.
That must be Judith of House Daphne, who joined up with Claude's troops. To think Judith, a true hero, would find herself backed into a corner like this.
It is not so. The Alliance has only drawn the enemy so deeply into the city to allow us to attack them from behind. Brilliant. I believe so. He put his soldiers into position purely on the belief that we'd come. I can't believe Claude would risk everything on that belief. He has placed all of his hopes on us. Let's make sure we live up to his expectations, Professor. Here we go. Let's move!
I like watching the controller freak out when I leave the character freak out when I leave the controller on my thigh. Me leg. That's where I put it, because if I put it on the desk, it makes a loud noise that the mics pick up. So I leave it on my thigh. Because that doesn't make a noise. What the fuck is this load screen? There we go. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Hello. A mortal savant. I assume... Sorry, I was yawning. I assume they will all be using... Look who it is over there. Venom Edge. I was gonna say I assume they're all using silver weapons unless they have a drop. But these two are using Venom Edge, a sword that poisons foes. Does no damage, but it poisons. He's got his bow. They have a healer that can reach these two, but because of that poison, they're not gonna last very long. Hello, Lord Irondale. He knows Hades. Is there anyone particularly scary, like mages that have unspeakable range? What's up with you? You just have normal range, yeah. No one that looks particularly scary, so... Wait, no. Can't move him, right? Well, I can't move the person I would want to move, so fuck it, I guess. It doesn't actually matter who's where. Let's go.
The leader of the Alliance has managed to escape to the harbor, has he? Those rats resist in vain.
Your Excellency, there's an army closing in on us from outside. The banners are those of House Blaiddyd.
Blaiddyd? I see. That idiot failed, it seems. Hurry up and kill the leader of the Alliance. With him gone, Deirdre will fall.
It's true.
I will not let Claude die. Let's hurry to his rescue.
Hey, you're late. Hurry up and help.
Look, man. Don't be greedy. So the furthest we could safely move without getting hit by the dude in the back is right before that. That does no good, of course. Well, let's move our archers first, as they are, of course, going to be the ones that can do this without taking any damage. Assuming I have both of them. I didn't actually check to see if I had both. I do. Let me take a step back.
I'd be honored.
Same thing with him. We're just getting close enough that... Ooh, he has nice speed. We're just getting close enough that we don't need to worry at all about hit chance. Although with Ash, his hit rate is so high that it doesn't really matter.
My orders?
See, now here's a bit of a pickle.
Ready when you are.
We should kill this one, not with the fucking Lewin. We should kill this dude.
Next try.
Because if we don't, he's undoubtedly going to
It is done.
try and beat the dickens out of my boy on the front lines.
I must continue my...
Which I don't want, because that's bad. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to reach. But...
More fighting.
See, that's annoying. The Thorin won't reach, will it? No. We can kill both of these, and they won't be in range of that guy in the back. So, despite having to use Meteor for this, which I don't want to do, I believe this to be a good play.
This is my stage now.
Because now we can bring her up. I don't think we need to use Excalibur.
What's next?
She finishes that guy off, and now the only person in range to attack anyone is him, and he's attacking Ingrid.
What's my strategy?
Unless we do this, in which case he's attacking me. Either of these options for his attack are perfectly fine. Although Ingrid would of course be a safer option for a target. We can heal, it doesn't really matter.
What's the plan?
Get him aggroed on me, but only if I move out here. It's curious. Not really sure why that is.
At your service.
I dislike that this bridge is offset so much.
Guide me well.
Maybe we should have moved more of our mages down. What would be down with this camera angle?
Claude's nuts. Asking me to protect the bridge. That's so much responsibility. But the guy's so helpless, I feel sorry for him. So, I'll do what I can to protect him.
Is that how that works? She's got her special weapon. The only...
Here is something to believe in.
The only thing I'm actually worried about with her is the poison. She's otherwise perfectly fine over there. I didn't realize she was separate. Of course, this doesn't matter if they use gambits.
Time to take action.
Which don't do any damage to her anyway. She can't counter archers, so there is that, but that's a lot of reinforcements.
The subjugation of Deirdre is complete. We will be joining the main army now.
They're showing up one after another. Nothing for it but to blockade the gate leading to the town. I don't want the enemy's numbers to increase anymore.
Oh, she moves.
It's no good. We're surrounded. But I need to hurry up and rescue the boy. To get to the harbor, first we have to get rid of the enemy mercenaries. There's no other way.
Past my prime.
Never.
She's not very strong. Doing her best, I guess, but she's not very strong. That poor
Don't
guy.
get used to this.
Alright. She'll be fine on her own over here. She will take some damage, but she'll be fine. So I think we continue pushing most of our troops up the center here. We got armored dudes. No, not you. Her. Ah, she can't fucking move that far. God damn it. He appears to have an anti-flying weapon. He can't hit, so it doesn't matter, but he does have an anti-flying weapon. Ooh, hey, right, I forgot about you, Mr. Mage Man, whom I wish wasn't there, but you are, so... Actually, he changes targets. Curiously. This is gonna tear the shit out of this weapon. Look at that durability loss. Ooh. I'd rather he attack Sylvain, so that's perfectly fine for him to be doing so. We'll scooch our people up. I obviously don't want that to happen. We can kill this knight to reduce the damage. No, we can't. Never mind. He's remarkably sturdy, as it turns out. Move him over there. Can we actually hit this guy from there? We can with curve shot. which should save her from taking any damage, so that might be worth it. Should have watched that animation, it was rather fancy. Doesn't really matter, but it was rather fancy. Those three going that side should be plenty to handle that, because they immediately rejoin in the center after they take that side, so there's really not much going on there. Dorothy is going to be way behind.
Feels like
I wish she wasn't, but
it won't be in
I
vain.
wonder, how did that second hit actually connect from like 5 feet away?
It
That's
all
quite
comes
the
down to
skill.
this.
Oh, come on.
Try to keep up.
You both would do that. You both would.
Too slow.
I can do no less.
Almost killed it. It's a little unfortunate that they didn't.
Thank you. That was a big help. I'll go and cover our leader.
Good. How are you gonna get there? The same way I'm going? Please stop using gambits on me. Oh, this actually... That's good, because I don't think the gambits are possible. They can't poison. Oh, I know what they're doing. I didn't realize the gambit they were using. He would change his target like an asshole. They're using lure. Which, hello. That's a problem. If lure connects, then it's going to move her off of the bridge.
You're making me work.
I'm glad that's her crit line.
Sorry, but it's you or me.
And considering she has no movement, she won't move back to the bridge.
No choice.
Of course, she can just do this.
Can't afford to slack off.
And just delete everyone, that works too. Yeah, she's just gonna go that way. I was wondering if she would like teleport or something.
Never let your guard down.
Empire infantry withdrew. What?
Thanks.
What does that mean? Is that good? I noticed we got some fly boys over here. Doing some flanking. Oh, a fly boy and some axe assault. A magic bow. What do you have? Aurora shield. Nullifies effectiveness against flyers. That would be pretty good for Ingrid to have. He's so far away though. Either of my flyers in that direction. Oh, he's actually he's pulling the tension. Okay. And he's not gonna take any damage. That's perfect. Good. We gotta worry about the cavalry in the back here, because I want to kill them for the stuff they have. Wonder if they'll move. They didn't move last time. Yeah, we'll just do this. I was thinking if I wanted to AoE, but the AoE wouldn't kill them, so. And I don't think we need to AoE. I would prefer this order of operations for attacks here.
Burn until we meet again. Need to pull.
This will keep the mage from attacking my boy. That's a lot of potential people targeting me. It occurred to me how many people were over there. That tile for now.
You were unprepared.
I'm you, but better, and with a horse. We'll have to heal him at some point here. Don't necessarily know when, but of course at some point we will have to. Please do not attack my squishies, thank you very much. I should probably change your weapon before you counter anyone. Alright, this side. What are you doing? Do you move? You do move. Because of that building, you can't attack this, which is fine. I should close that one off. In order to close this one, we have to fight him. And I'm pretty sure he's the objective, isn't he? Yeah. So really closing all of these is a thing that's unlikely to actually happen. Okay, you can kill him. Good.
It was the only way.
And then we can take him and move him up here. Everyone going that way. I sure would like to kill you. There we go, this works. This is the advantage of knowing magic. I may not have the best magic stat, but it allowed me a little bit more damage. And saved me weapon durability. What was that?
I'll use this power for the greater good.
I mean, I have a decent magic stat, but I'm not like an actual mage,
Clever.
so...
I can't believe they pushed through to here. Nothing is more foolish than dying in vain. Let's get to the harbor and finish off the leader of the Alliance.
Could you not, though, instead? Oh, he's moving now. Okay. Changes things. And she is poisoned now.
Sorry, but it's you or me.
Unfortunately.
Can't afford to slack off.
She is doing very well, though.
Never let
Like,
your
she's
guard
an
down.
actual monster of a unit.
Look, the Imperial Army Supply Corps.
Hello?
Attacking now would be a fine plan.
Where? Him?
You defeat me? Left. Is that it?
I'm glad her turn is just taking poison damage. Good value.
Thanks.
I actually like their mage, or their unit positioning. I can see us talking about this stuff. So in order to get this stuff, I have to go down here. With some units, so... I will take myself down there, that should be fine to do so. I am not necessarily needed here. We can use her to do a fuck ton of damage. Because Meteor is extraordinarily powerful. Wish I had people with that lightning magic as well. That lightning magic was really good. Question is, can you kill him? Right, because he can't counter. It's perfect.
I'll end this quickly. My duty is your death.
Perfecto. She can't quite reach that yet, but she's in no danger of death from these enemies. At least minuscule danger. I am going to change his weapon back to a silver lance at some point here. As much as I like the brave weapons, I think the silver are just in general a more consistently good unit. Attacking her? Dangerously so, in fact. What's his hit rate? Should be high. That's actually not at all high. The fuck? Why do you have such a high avoid? Probably because that weight -5. Plus the sword. She has basically no equipment weight. That's actually not as bad of a weapon as I originally thought it was. It's low might, but it has advantage on cavalry and armor. Very good. But anyway, I wanted to just slide him over to that spot so he could heal. Right, he's a caster. Forgot about that. We could very quickly end this, actually. Like, very quickly.
Let's keep our guard up.
But I do want to make sure I get as much XP out of this as I can, obviously.
Can't afford to lose.
Don't need to be wasting XP here. I also don't necessarily want to be targeted like that. To pick those up. I think we're just going to end up scooch up as far as we can without drawing any undue attention here. Bearing in mind that we do have to move units down here. We have to be careful with him because there is a ranged unit. But I want those items.
Nothing bites so hard as a cornered rat, eh?
Ooh, nice dodge.
Next try. I can do no less.
She crits a lot. I like this, but man, she crits a lot. Look at her battalion. It's so good.
I'll end this quickly.
Like, look at this shit.
I aim for greatness.
She has 31 listed crit, but it's gotta be way higher than that. I assume she's going to attack the general. Oh, no, actually. This is fun.
How thoughtful.
I forgot that mage could actually move. Because he never does. Okay, you can't actually get here in time to just smack this dude without a counter, right? Yeah, easy clap.
Lament your weakness.
Now this guy will attack him. Theoretically, he might be able to kill him on the enemy turn. Look how open I am to attack.
I shall not
One of these
stray.
days, the enemy is going to get one of those, like, 4% hits in. I'll be impressed and also hate it.
Let's see you dodge this. I swear it wasn't in vain.
He's a fortress knight. I don't think he was going to dodge anything. So he's obviously going to try and beat the dickens out of my boy here.
Two coming.
Unless I do that, in which case he actually changes target to the archer, which is fine. Make sure we're out of range of him, because we do have an extra range. In fact, I don't have to move at all to attack. We do have an extra range over these units, so...
It's my duty.
This has been a remarkably easy mission.
I just eked by.
It probably helped by the fact that she killed like 25 units. But still, I should have had him pick up that. And she can't quite reach without changing anything. But anyway, yeah, I should have had him pick up that XP. I can get it next turn anyway. I don't need these units up here, but I've got the turn, I may as well do so. Alright. Don't want to finish the fight, hopefully.
Obvious.
because I want to kill that unit and get the supplies from it. However, this random... Oh, right, the AI can't kill the captain, can they? I forgot. I was gonna say, this random archer is going to kill him. But I just remembered that one mission in the burning town, burning village, where the AI never killed him because they can't. But that's pretty good. Yeah, they just stop taking damage. It force ends the fight. Yeah, he doesn't get to counter, which is nice.
Ooh, nice.
So I also don't need to worry about my friends dying. This is Nita. I'm gonna need y'all to stop having Vantage. I should really have Vantage as well. But, you know. Alright, that's everything closed. That should be everything killed. I'm actually still not entirely sure how to bring this map up without zooming all the way out, but it would be pretty nice. Who do I want to kill this person? If you could do that, that would be pretty swanky. Because it should also give him this XP. Why would your horse twirl? It's called Deadeye.
Here.
Don't twirl, it makes it hard to aim.
Uncle, I need to know. The incident 9 years ago. You were involved, weren't you? You know something. What did Cornelia... No. What did my stepmother do?
You are not qualified to look into the darkness. You and Edelgard. Do your best to kill each other. You are family after all. There it is. The light.
Happy music. We did it.
I'm getting closer to my goals.
Good job, Ash. Really fits with the theme of the background music. Oh, there's an extra objective. Giant Shell. And Goddess Icon. Both of those are stat bonuses, which I need to use all the ones that I have, now that I remember that. I keep forgetting about those items.
He's dead. There goes our chance to gain more information. Then again, even if we had managed to capture him alive, judging by the way he was acting...
Teach is absolutely right. We should take this rare opportunity to let off some tension.
It's been a long time, Claude. I'm glad to see that you're safe.
Same. I haven't seen you since the nightmare that was Gronder. She really did come to help us. You must be a bunch of soft-hearted suckers, huh?
If you really felt that way, you would not have set up a defensive battle in the hopes that we would come. It worked out only because we made it in time. Were you really so confident that we would answer the call?
Of course. I knew you wouldn't hesitate to put yourself second and come running to our aid. You and I are cut from different cloth. I wouldn't make a move unless I could gain something from it. You've always been just the opposite. And of course, I've always been fond of taking dangerous risks. After all, I sent that express messenger before you had even recaptured the kingdom capital. If all went to plan, I knew you'd recapture it soon, and then respond to our request for aid. It was riskier than usual, I'll give you that, but it was the only card I had to play, so I took the gamble.
You crossed too many dangerous bridges for my liking.
I know. But that ends today.
What do you mean?
Here, take this. Use it however you see fit.
The legendary
He's giving
fail
what?
not. Isn't this the hero's relic of House Regan? Hold, Claude. This must be one of your jokes. You cannot truly intend to part with this.
It's not a joke. As of today, the Leicester Alliance is no more.
Just what are you planning, Claude?
If you're going to lead Fodlan, then the Alliance Lords will follow you. Back in the day, the Alliance split off from the Kingdom. I'm just putting us back together again. Oh, and I've already gained the support of the other Lords at the Roundtable Conference, so you can stop looking at me like I'm crazy. All that's left for me is to officially step down as the leader of the Alliance.
What?
I'm leaving Fodlan. There are things I have to do, dreams I need to see to fruition. That's why I became the Alliance leader to begin with, actually. But it left me no time for what I was really after. You'd better not take on too many responsibilities yourselves, or else you'll end up in the same boat. And remember, both the living and the dead cling to us without any regard for our own lives. It's up to us to break free of that weight and follow the path that we believe in.
Claude.
Oops, I almost forgot the most important thing. If you're looking for Rhea, apparently she's being held captive in the Imperial
Who
capital.
could have guessed?
It doesn't sound like they intend to kill her, but there's no telling what they're planning.
You have my gratitude, Claude.
Gratitude? Thanks, but no thanks. As far as I'm concerned, we're even now. I don't know how many years will pass until then, but let's promise to meet again. And when we do, don't be too hard on me, your kingliness.
Kingliness? The fuck do I do with this bow? I mean, I don't have the crest to use it properly. I mean, I guess we should really just slot these relics onto
Dimitri,
people.
Are you finally
really
going to
matter
tell
who
us
at
the
this
damn
point.
truth?
What are you talking about?
Didn't Lord Arundel say something about you and Edelgard being family?
To claim that the king and the emperor are related. Could it be?
Ah, I suppose I never told you, though I do recall mentioning it briefly to the professor. Lord Arundel spoke the truth. My stepmother was Edelgard's birth mother. Political turmoil drove my stepmother out of the Empire. Father fell in love with her at first sight, and they married. I lost my birth mother before I was old enough to remember her. My stepmother filled that role for me, but she lost her life in Dusker 9 years ago, along with Father.
Hang on. I didn't even know she was your stepmother. Did my father know about this?
Yes, all those who were close to my father knew, including Rodrigue. But to speak openly about it would have caused a scandal. And so she was our secret. No one in the general public knew about her. Naturally, the fact that Edelgard and I are step-siblings was kept a secret as well.
I'm finally beginning to understand what you went through 5 years ago. I mean, Edelgard is the only family you have left, isn't she? To find out someone so precious to you is actually your most hated enemy. How heartbreaking.
But wait! You two were born and raised in 2 different territories, right? So you probably never met until you were both at the academy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the idea of fighting family is just about the worst thing ever. But hopefully the fact that she's a stepsister who you never really knew helps with the pain? I don't know. It was just a thought.
I am afraid that's not the case. Though it was only for a short time, Edelgard once called Ferdiad home. It was a long time ago, but she was a cherished friend of mine.
Wait! I remember now! She was that girl, wasn't she? The one you gave a dagger to! So, your little girlfriend was Edelgard.
Sylvain, if you have any more foolish things to say, please hold them for later.
I do have a few more in my sleeve, but they can wait. Go on, Your Highness. This is important for us to hear.
She may be a hated enemy now, but the Emperor is your old friend and your stepsister. Can you bring yourself to kill her?
I will kill her, if I must. But if there is any chance that the world she seeks to create could be a just one, then I would love to see a future in which I may reach out my hand for her and have her reach back. That said, I have no intention of letting my personal feelings cloud my judgment. Too much is at stake.
Your Highness, I think you should meet with the Emperor and at least try to talk to her. If there's any hope of ending this war without more bloodshed, we have to try. Besides, killing your own family, I'm sorry, but it's not right.
I think so too. And you are right that we should at least try.
I see. So my uncle's defeat is beyond doubt?
Yes, Your Majesty. I have confirmed it via countless channels. I advise that we accept this as a drop of joy amid a pool of sorrow.
Pretty words, but I'm afraid we can't rest until the joy outweighs the sorrow. And for that to happen, it now seems we must confront them all at once. Dimitri, who took back Ferdiad, Claude, who managed to protect the Alliance, and that professor, who is successfully mobilizing the Knights of Seiros.
What will you do, Your Majesty?
Pull back our forces. In the west to Arian Road. In the east to...
Fort Merceus, I presume. There is no better place for such a confrontation, after all.
Indeed. And dispatch the Death Knight to guard it. He can buy us some time. In the meantime, I will...
Forgive me, but I must speak bluntly. I do not agree with what you intend to do. Though slight, there is a chance that once done, it cannot be undone.
Even I cannot always choose the direction my path leads me. There is no other way. And so, I must walk on.
What does she intend to do? There's gotta be something to do with Rhea. Rhea. Whatever her actual pronunciation is, I already forgot. It happens a lot. Welcome to me.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Blue Sea Moon. The Impregnable Fortress. When Claude steps down as its leader, the Leicester Alliance disbands, and its lords swear fealty to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. The chaos in the kingdom begins to dissipate as the people unite under Dimitri's rule. Riding this momentum, the Kingdom army prepares to march south for a decisive battle against Imperial forces.
Will it be decisive? There goes my voice. Will it be decisive? We have, let's see, we have this chapter, 2 chapters after it. However long those chapters may be, I don't know if they're full months like this, or not. This looks like one of those months where I'm actually probably not going to do any combat.
We will finally have our decisive battle with the Empire this month.
Or maybe I will and I'll just skip it because it'll just be filler fights.
Consolidating
I don't know.
all of the troops within the entire kingdom. In addition, ever since Arian Road's liberation, the Western Lords have been declaring their fealty, one after another.
Affairs within the kingdom have calmed down considerably, and we even managed to win over the Alliance.
Although it was a rough go at first, I'm starting to feel like we could actually win this. That's true. Thinking back on it now, we've really come a long way.
We even have a lead as to where Rhea is located. It is as we predicted all along. If we are to rescue Rhea, then we must defeat the Emperor.
If we're going to march from the monastery to Inbar, then we'll have to cross the Great Bridge of Myrddin again, right?
Yes, I believe so. As we have gained the Alliance's support, we should not have any trouble this time. After the bridge, we can cross Gronder Field and head south. And then we'll take Merceus, the so-called impregnable fortress that towers on the other side.
Fort Merceus, I know of it. They say it rivals even Arian Road.
Count Burgles, the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs, once had troops stationed there. But according to our spies, a large-scale military force has entered the stronghold. Perhaps they are gathering soldiers from various regions to compensate for their losses.
It is unlike you to worry so. But I feel we have no choice but to strip that place of its impregnable reputation. Once we take Fort Merceus, Enbar will be within reach. This is the Empire's last chance to stop us from arriving at our goal.
In other words, if we take this fort, then our blades will be at the Emperor's throat in no time.
If this is the last fort between us and them, then the Emperor will likely do everything she can to strengthen its defenses.
I just received a report on that very subject. The one commanding the troops stationed at Fort Merceus is someone we have crossed blades with many times. It is the Death Knight who awaits us there.
It's my boy, the Death Knight. Maybe we can finally fucking kill him. After however many times we've defeated him at this point. Alright, obvious Explore Day, as is tradition. It's always Explore Day. And of course, talking to everyone goes along with the said exploration.
Oh.
And eating. Thousands upon thousands of calories, my favorite pastime. Gluttony.
I love a good fortress. The perfect place to hide. This one's impregnable too, isn't it? Perfect! As soon as we take it, I'll set up a special spot for Bernie.
If we can take it, it's not impregnable. That's a good point.
I guess you have a point. What would you call it then? A little pregnable?
A smidge. Just a smidge. Are you okay, Annie?
Oh, Professor! Good timing. You have to talk some sense into my father. Recently, he's been doing nothing but work himself to the bone. Even when he's taking breaks from training and errands, he's apparently listening to reports, day in and day out. He's getting on in years, you know? I just want him to take care of himself.
You could do some of the work for him? I mean, someone has to read these reports.
We're finally going to attack the Empire? I'm actually getting a little nervous. Please defeat the Emperor and save Lady Rhea. I'll be waiting here with all of the necessary preparations for a huge celebration.
Is this the kid that got taught to fish? Looks like him. I mean, they could also just reuse models. It's not exactly crazy there. Just gonna randomly select some and then go for it. Right, I keep forgetting you... Excuse me. You have to cultivate even if it's actually not doing anything. I always forget that.
No. Professor!
Alright. I love when I walk past NPCs and they just say fucking no and nothing else. That's fine. Cut this way. We'll do the same path we've been doing. No reason to change it.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Is it true that we'll be assaulting Fort Merceus next? That doesn't sound like the brightest idea. I've heard that it's built to withstand an attack from even the largest of armies. And not to tell you how to do your job, but don't do it. I'm not ready to say my final goodbyes to everyone.
Have some faith in us, man. Jeez. Thank you for the tomato.
Welcome!
She always had the same stuff. It seems like she does always have the same stuff. I really should buy elixirs and use those. Considering their value, a full heal. I don't know that you'll ever get past 99. Well, I guess... What's the level cap in these games? Is it 99? Level 99? Because if it's level 99, you could definitely get more than 99 health. I don't know that we need any master seals, but we'll go ahead and buy one just because.
Come back soon.
We've also got stuff to sell, so we've got money. Not really worried about that. This guy sells very good things in general. And realistically, I could purchase those to make a prepared meal, but I won't because fucking stupid. But welcome me, it's fine. I need to do inventory real quick. Because while we're down here, I need to see if there's any extreme need for weapon changes. Scratching my nose. Like this bow, for instance, could go with a repair, as that lance could also be changed out for a silver lance. Got some pluses down there we can use. We should auto-equip stuff, but that's okay. And we could go ahead and give Ingrid that instead of the evasion ring. Oops. We could give her that shield. As much as I like the evasion ring, it is simply a very good shield. We could also hook Sylvain up with this shield. Oops. That way he's protected against things that have a cavalry bonus. We got a bow that we could give to somebody. I don't remember what other special weapons we have. We'll give the bow to Ash. I don't know that he's necessarily going to ever be using it. Actually, which bow do I want to give him? Tathlon? I think we give him Fail Not. We'll give Tathlon to Bernie. There you go. Just, you know, in the event that they can effectively use those weapons to do anything. What other relics do I have? Like, we've got other miscellaneous weapons. Might be good to toss around. We've got this. 2 different axes that we can give to someone, but we already have... We already have an axe on her. We could give an axe to Sedith instead of the spear. That is his spear, though. Fucking why not? Already got all the bows. Like, this is just a legendary axe. It's not otherwise special. It's not a relic or whatnot. I noticed there's 2 different icons for relics. Oh, never mind. It's Hero's Relic and Sacred Weapon. That's what I call everything relic, sorry. Like, this is a sacred, yeah. Are there any relic shields, I wonder? We got all these items that I gotta use. I will use those items on my own time, because I have to figure out who the fuck I want to give them to and all that.
Is this it? There you go.
That should be all the repairing that I need to do. I mean, we could do some other repairing, but
Come back anytime.
don't think we need to. Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Professor? You know, Professor, laying siege to a keep is like asking a girl out on a date.
Excuse me?
First, you get past her defenses, then you make your move.
I mean, it's a terrible analogy, but sure.
See, you get it. Our fearless leader, on the other hand, he's never been good with the ladies. Anyway, I figure you go after the main gate. You take that out, and I'm sure we can win. Of course, you're making the tactical calls. I'm happier to follow than to lead.
Why would you opt for the main gate? That's generally the most defensive location. Heavily armored and all that jazz. I don't know that I really want to talk to all of these people. We should.
With the Empire destroyed, the borders within Fodlan will likely become a thing of the past. With that, the rules of trade will change. Personally, I'm excited to see what these changes will bring.
The Alliance has really been disbanded? I never thought such a thing could happen. As long as it doesn't negatively impact our lives, I don't care much whether we're the Kingdom or the Alliance.
That's fair enough. I agree with that.
Have you heard of the Crescent Moon War? That's when the Alliance won their independence from the Kingdom. Some 300 years ago, the ruling Duke of Leicester died without an heir, and the lords with blood ties to House Blythen took that chance to propose ruling the Leicester territory as a republic. The head of House Regan led the Leicester lords and fought fiercely with Farkas. They won independence from the kingdom. And now, here we are.
With no more alliance. 'Tis true. Alright, what are we looking at here? There's only 2 people that have no morale. But, we have so many points, and I'm just going to flagrantly spend them anyway.
Yeah,
This is...
We may as well go ahead and max everyone out because there's no reason not to. Oops. Menus, how do they work? Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
Ooh, I think...
One day she'll remember if she actually likes food. Alright, what do we got? We need Dimitri and Mercedes. Two very unlikely meals. Or companions, I should say. In fact, I highly doubt there's going to be anything that the two of them both like. Or there's something that I can't make that they both like. Nope. Well, let's see. A lot of people like this. Dimitri's neutral. This is fun. This is fine.
This is my...
Looks good.
There we go. Alrighty. All the morale dealt with, back to chatting with people. There's a lot of miscellaneous people that the game wants me to talk to. Like, this is a large number of people to talk to.
I traveled to Kingdom Territory
Not used to this.
because I was nearby. I did some good business.
Apparently, supplies are needed to reconstruct the kingdom capital and the surrounding towns. I wonder where I should go next.
Well, everything's gonna be the kingdom soon, so probably the kingdom.
I come here after getting chased out of the Empire. There's no place for our kind there anymore. But there are still many inside Empire territory who haven't abandoned their faith in the Church of Seiros. I pray that one day we'll get the chance to rebuild the church within the Empire.
Just get rid of the Empire. Just make it the Holy Empire, and then you can have a Holy Emperor who effectively does nothing.
The Archbishop has been taken to the Empire, just as we thought. But why hasn't Edelgard killed her yet? If she intended to use her as a hostage, she'd have publicly announced that she was unharmed. We don't know what the Emperor's intentions are. All we can do is fight on and pray the Archbishop is okay.
She's doing some sort of dark magic with her.
If the commander defending it is incompetent, it can fall as easy as anything. That's what they say, at least. I wonder if that applies to Fort Merceus. All I know is, if I was the Emperor, I'd never in a million years assign an incompetent commander to a fort as important as that one.
You know, I don't actually know if the Death Knight is a good commander. I don't think he is.
Professor! Professor!
He's a Death Knight. He's just there for the whole, you know, death. I don't know that he's necessarily there for the whole commanding part of the deal that he's got. Talk to me,
Just as
thank
we
you.
suspected, Lady Rhea was taken to the Imperial capital. We must get to the capital as quickly as possible. So many people are worried sick about her. I do wonder when Claude managed to learn Lady Rhea's whereabouts. He's pretty shrewd. I can't help but admire him.
Also, just occurred to me that it's Friday. So this whole set of recording is going to be shorter than I originally anticipated, so we'll probably go ahead and end it at the end of this exploration.
I wonder where Claude will go. From the sound of it, he's leaving Fodlan altogether. He was strangely gallant about the whole thing. Even left his relic behind. Elusive and mysterious to the end, isn't he?
Can't be doing the normal 2-hour recordings because this is about an hour. And I have to make a dinner and eat within the next hour, as I have things to do. We're not going to check the vendors, it doesn't matter. Don't think we're actually going to buy anything from them anyway, to be honest with you. I need to go through my inventory and sell off weapons again too.
We defeated Lord Arundel. The Emperor must have been surprised. If we can keep up that fervor, perhaps we'll capture Fort Merceus and move on to the Imperial capital. We must not be overconfident, though. Yes, I concur.
We will win,
Humans
though.
and beasts are ultimately the same. When they're cornered, they lash out however they can. They fight for their lives. Who knows how the Emperor will lash out? We have to be careful.
It's true. Don't go rushing into stuff, you know. Actually, you know, we won't... Yeah. I'm not gonna end it at the end of this exploration. We'll end it at the start of next weekend. So we'll do the training for this week and all that.
I see, Death Knight.
Because I'll probably...
Going to fight the Death
Probably
Knight.
just gonna do battles, and it's just gonna be filler trash battles. So I can actually just kind of cut that out of the video, and if I do that between this video and the next video, that simplifies things.
You're right. I'll have to face him eventually.
It's true. While we're here, we really should be doing the drills. Because we're gonna have to spend those points. Just step through the bushes, damn it. We're gonna have to spend those points eventually anyway, and we have so many of them, probably just everyone we talk to. Was there anyone up here? There's no one on the map. Could do choir too. Sure. Why not? Gets us a little faith XP. And teacher XP, but that does nothing for us now, so a note. Once as a boy, I struck my father. Now that I think back on it, he must have been upset at the time. Wish I could go back and apologize to him. It's never too late. I mean, he's dead now. Like, it is literally too late. I don't actually know what the answer there was because I didn't actually read all of them, but...
Need something?
2,000 points. Not enough for that XP bonus. Is unfortunate. And we'll start up here because we could talk to Dorothea, train, and then head back down to the second floor. Via the stairs, so I don't have to deal with that menu.
The Leicester Alliance is no more. 300 years of history. Gone and done. They write operas about events like this, you
History's still there.
Dimitri will be played by the most handsome actor of the time. Hearts will pound as he takes the stage. What am I saying? Surely the most handsome man would play you.
Oh my. Wait, no, teach me.
What am I?
Teach me your secrets. Preferably better than you have just done so. But unfortunately, we cannot do it again. I wish you could train one person multiple times.
So, we're finally invading Empire territory, huh? There's not much we can do right now, except pray for deliverance. I truly believe that we have it in us to succeed.
I agree. Because if we don't succeed, we're going to fucking lose the game.
Even in the
Which
kingdom,
isn't
only
an
a few
option.
people knew about His Highness and Edelgard's relationship. Me? I always knew those two to be like brother and sister. To think that we would come to see this world where they are at war with one another. I live it, and can still barely imagine such a truth. I have a request.
More resources that this dude always needs. Every time I talk to him, he's gotta get some fucking onions. I don't know why he needs so much.
What?
We're only getting like one onion for this man, too.
Fort Mercius is a keep that was constructed to defend the imperial capital, Enbar. We cannot enter the capital without first capturing that fort. But once we have it, the city should be almost entirely at our mercy. Now that we know Rhea is there, we must move with the utmost urgency.
I agree to
Fort
some
Mer-
degree.
cannot-
I keep backing out of that menu on accident. But you gotta be careful, you know? Teach me Lance, why not? Don't rush headlong into stuff, that's how you make mistakes.
The Death Knight. I shudder to think of him. Professor, you remember my connection to him, do you not?
Of course.
I am still working through the trauma from back then. All
She was
these years
kidnapped.
later. If we meet him, I swear I will have my revenge.
Maybe not you with the whole counter regardless of range thing, but you got confidence. You know? We haven't been in the library in this place in a long time.
Well...
That just occurred to me. Alright, Dimitri, you're on the other side. How do tables work?
From this point onward, we're in all-out war with the Empire. Are you prepared, Professor?
We've been in all-out war.
I'm glad to hear it. That means we can approach the coming battles with peace of mind. First, we capture Fort Merceus. The fighting will undoubtedly be brutal, but we must prevail. As far as this army and I are concerned, you're our last ray of hope. We are relying on you.
Have some faith in me, boy. Alright. We've got our morale up, we've talked to everyone as best I know. Again, I wish there was just a list of people everywhere in the facility, but there's not, unfortunately, so that's our free time. Just auto it. It doesn't matter.
I'd never have learned this back.
That's just gonna be everyone slapping mostly authority on there, which is really what I would do anyway.
Let me ask you something.
All this savagery, day after day, is depressing. Do you have any ideas for fun things I could do to feel better? Ask a girl out.
I see.
Why wouldn't he want to ask a girl out?
Professor.
Sword and authority instead of just authority? Sure. It really doesn't matter for him. I'm not going to change his battalions anyway. Plus his authority is pretty high anyway. Don't need to worry about my boy Dimitri, he's fine where he is. He's also not going to use a sword, mind you.
It's you.
So that whole training in swords not going to do anything, but still.
I'm a quick study.
I could change the group task actually, because she doesn't technically need cavalry anymore. She has reached the goal. Yeah, sure. A hymn. With these two of all people.
It is not guaranteed to be good, even if everyone sings earnestly. It is not easy after all.
Am I doing all right? I hope I'm not too off.
Singing is very hard. I was impressed by people that can do it. Flane's birthday, have some flowers.
I'm ever so grateful.
Happy birthday, Flane. Alright. People seem mixed on this. A seminar, you know... Seminar does make sense. Then we could end up doing something like a battle on the 26th or something. Let's go with that. We're gonna go big and just seminar all the fucking time. How about you, Seth? Teach us, my boy. My man. My dude. We're gonna be big on seminars this month. I realistically should do a free time on the 19th. Would be the most efficient. Just gonna leave it on auto again. It would far and away be the most efficient because I could max out everyone's motivation. Because I'm pretty sure we're basically at 0. But instead, for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
We did well enough.
I mean, well enough, you got a fucking perfect.
Some new ins.
But anyway, for no reason whatsoever, we're gonna just do another seminar. Actually, we could rest. Does rest only restore my relic, or does it restore all relics? You know, we've never done it, and I am curious how rest works. Yeah. Crucial students' motivation, among other things. I know. Oh, it's only the creator sword. Can now be used at 19 times. That's a lot of times, actually. Auto. I should have done manual so I could actually see what their motivation turned into. If it's 100 motivation from resting, that's the same as doing an exploration at this point in the game. Because there's not really any support levels to gain at this point. I guess there's actually a couple that aren't maxed out. Only a good, disappointing. Alright. This weekend is a battle for me. I think. I'll see, now I'm second guessing myself because there's a seminar option. We don't really have anything to learn. Nobody needs necessarily to learn anything. I mean, I could slap more authority always on people. I think this weekend's a battle. For me, I'll do a battle here. I'll make XP. It's gonna be trash battles, there's gonna be the monster battle. You're not gonna miss anything, so I'll just do the battles between this video and the next one. The next one will just start with me loading the game, and that game save will be the one, like when I finish using all my battle points or whatever they're called, where it makes you save before you go back to the calendar. That'll be the save we load on next time. I think. Yeah. Because after that save, the next thing is the month end, and they're all the dialogue and all that jazz, so. Thanks for watching. I wanted to do 2 hours on this one, but I didn't realize how late it was when I started. I got caught up watching Beat Saber videos. I may have an addiction to Beat Saber despite not owning it. Which I really wish I did own it. But VR isn't cheap. So. Sad panda noises. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.